Hey guys, want to bring you another YouTube video regarding the game one of the Warriors and Boston Celtics. For all the NBA finals I've seen, obviously I haven't lived as long as some of the other people that's been able to watch all the finals or as whole as that. But I have not seen a fourth quarter like that. Going into the third quarter where the Warriors were up, their largest lead at one point was 15 points, and then to be outscored 40-16 in the end in the fourth quarter was very surreal. I mean, unbelievable. Because I even thought that they were going to come back. I even put in a little bit of money during the live game, thinking, okay, yeah, Boston is making that run, but I don't know if they could sustain, like, just how they pretty much collapse and not score for almost 7 minutes was unheard of. And so I thought, you know what? I think the Warriors are going to come back somehow because they always make runs. I know Boston can make runs, and Boston just sustained that run. So it just, I keep doubting Boston, I guess, because I didn't watch enough of them during the regular season. I thought Brooklyn was going to be a better team against them. I thought Milwaukee, I thought they were going to be better than Miami, so I'll give them that because Miami was hurting. And especially the way Game 7 for that series, I just thought I gave more credit towards Miami. Obviously, I made the prediction, either Game 6 or 7 for the Warriors. You know what? This could be a really hot take, because here's some red flags I have against the Warriors right now. The way of the fourth quarter, I know that might not happen again for Boston, but there's some issues that I saw. I mean, they did a great job containing Jason Tatum, but I can't see Jason Tatum shooting that bad again. But he had 13 assists, I believe. So he created for his teammates. So that's great. Those other role players, and when I saw Jaylen Brown, that tandem where he started hitting shots, I was like, okay, he's going to open up for maybe Tatum. Tatum still couldn't get open, but got Horford going. Pritchard, White, all those different players, role players, got hot, felt comfortable. I mean, they had, I think this was like the third NBA Finals to have two different teams where you had one team had no experience in the finals and the other team had like 100+ experience, playoff experience. So it was like the Lakers versus the Bulls, which obviously the Bulls won that one. And then you had the Bulls versus the Jazz, and the Jazz didn't have the experience, but the Bulls did, and Bulls won again. And then you had the series where the Boston Celtics had no experience, and the Warriors had like 123 playoff games experience. So that was something I thought, okay, because of their experience, they know how to close out games, especially with a 15-point lead. They like to knock them out, their opponents, as much as they can. They want to bury it and then just enjoy the rest of the game or something. This game was different. It was built different. Boston could withstand like haymakers from any opponent. They know how to weather the storm, and they know how to deal with adversity in tough situations like that. I mean, watching the game, I don't know if you were at the game, please comment, or you've been to the new Chase Center in San Francisco. I thought that crowd was pretty quiet from historic times. When I've been to the Oracle Arena in Oakland, that crowd was pretty loud, and especially on television, you could hear it and feel it. That's why they call it Oracle. I just feel like with these new expensive stadiums, like same thing, I thought Candlestick was louder than the current stadium of the Niners. And then I just get that same feeling here. I mean, a lot of announcers, when you hear them, they always talk about how the fans is different. Like I said, this new stadium, the more expensive stadium, it attracts more the rich, upper class that could afford these tickets. So people like me, middle class, or can't really afford going. You could afford going to Oakland. That you could definitely afford, because I was able to go games there. In Niners games, I went to Candlestick, but the new stadium, it's kind of expensive. And it's definitely not your diehard fans. And I think that was something missing to stop that run for the Celtics. So, if they were able to pull out with Jason Tatum, shooting that horrible, but yet he was able to help his team, that shows how deep they are. Maybe I miscalculated there, because I thought Jordan Poole was going to do well. Domingo, Moody, like all these different role players. I saw Iguodala got some playing time, so he's older. Like, this is an older roster, so you should be playing some of your young players. Or depend on them, because they are your future. Give them that experience. Give them that confidence, because obviously you saw that with Boston. And I might have to change my tune. I mean, I hate to say it, but if the Warriors don't win this Sunday, Game 2, it's a must-win for them, because I could see them, and this is what actually happened pretty much, if you think about it, with the Brooklyn Nets, that they got swept. I don't know if the Warriors could get swept, but it's going to be a short series if they won 2 games straight in San Francisco. I could see it ending in 4 or 5 games, to be honest, because the Warriors looked defeated after Game 1. They look like they were stunned. They could not believe what happened. That was definitely trending. Everybody was talking about it. I mean, my phone was blowing up. Everybody was talking like, what just happened? I mean, no one's ever seen something like that. Like, how could you give up a huge lead? You got the experience. You should usually have the home crowd really into it and help seal the game. So we're going to find out Game 2. I mean, if this is not going to go back and forth as I thought it could, because like I said, I thought the Warriors were going to get the first win because they're an older team. They got the experience. You would think Boston, just like that first quarter, they would have more of the jitters and being nervous. But yeah, I thought the Warriors were going to grab Game 1, then the Boston Celtics Game 2, and then Game 3, I thought the Warriors could have grabbed it. Game 4, so that's where I thought it could have gone back and forth in that sense, but that momentum could really wipe it out and carry over to Game 2. So I'm really excited to see Game 2, to see how this turns out. So let me know what you think. Were you really surprised what inspired and took place for Game 1? Did you expect it to be this way? I'm pretty sure if you're a Boston Celtics fan, you might have been expecting it. Nobody really gave them a chance unless you're a Celtics fan. But go ahead, comment below. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. And together we can build a better tomorrow. Thanks.